kind of come at it from a graphic arts perspective. I really enjoyed making worksheets for my kids to work from, to help me stay organized, and to help really the child or the adult to focus on whatever the lesson material was. So using pictures when it would be helpful, using colored pieces of chunks of words, things like that, when it would be helpful. And so I used a lot of that visual, just knowing how to put together visual information in a way that's going to kind of get some bang for your buck. And so I did that on paper first, and I created worksheets for each of my clients that I felt like would really help them to understand that particular lesson's content, which I enjoyed doing a lot because I like page layout. And then moving that over into the global distance learning thing has just added another dimension to it. It's been very fun to use the tools because I am a graphic, minded kind of person, and then engaging the student and using the tools and having them manipulate the tools to help them to. It almost brings another multisensory layer in to grab the marker and highlight the oi that's in that word and the oi that's in that word, and helping them to sort of zero in on it. I think even more so than when they're doing it on pen and paper sometimes. So there are some things about it that I think make it, there's just a lot of opportunity for creativity and some fun. And I think that kids really do learn best when they're having some fun. So I try to incorporate a lot of that, artsy kinds of fun thing into what we do. I really have found it easy, and I think that, there's something about playing with computer, depending on the age level, of course, but, it's fun to just get on there, and so much of it is sort of graphic-y, and sometimes I let them type, sometimes I, have them definitely write, sometimes I have them experiment with the different tools even while we're learning, so that it can feel like there's a variety of things going on, even though we pretty much have this set lesson plan, just to help it to feel like there's some variety going on. And it does. It really does help them to feel like they're doing something a little bit different and a little bit excited about what are we going to do today? How are we going to do it this time? So I really love the way that the distance has added lots of opportunities to even get creative right on the spot. Sure. Whereas the worksheet, I've printed it out, it is what it is. But if I see that something isn't working so well, I can just switch pages and type in something and use a different color combination or something like that, and they can immediately kind of get the benefit of, changing the way that I'm visually presenting the word. You definitely develop just as much of a relationship with the students that way as you do, like over the TV or whatever, as you do like when you're doing face-to-face. It feels absolutely no different, that you feel like you're, best friends, and, which really does make a difference. I think that students respond best when they feel unthreatened and like, cared for, I guess. My farthest away client experience was a student who was vacationing in Spain for a good 2 months of the summer, with visiting family there, and that was fabulous. It was just like just like always. The connection was nice and clear. It was kind of fun to see her grandparents' house and speak a little Spanish, and it was very. It was neat to think that we were that far away from each other and still keeping up with our regular sessions and doing what we normally do. And she could share a little bit more about her life with me because I was right there in Spain with her. That was really fun. It really, truly does not feel any different to me, and I don't think to any of my students. There are several of my students that I've never seen face to face. But it doesn't feel that way. It feels like, we're exactly like the ones who I do see face to face. It doesn't feel any different. And I really believe that they feel the same way.